going back to what Cam Newton said.
Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Jared Goff, and really, Dak Prescott. These are game managers. They're not difference makers.
And when you say game manager, I'm not asking you to go out and win the game. I'm just asking you not to lose.
Not to lose the game. Listen, motherfucker, I don't give a damn what you do. You don't have to score every time. You just don't have to throw a pick every time either. If we're gonna really call a spade, a game manager is different than a game changer.
Which I'll be candid about. I was like, dang, he threw Dak in there, and this was he said that like when Dak was like peak MVP,
Was hoping,
right?
bro.
I'm like, dang, that felt a little like harsh.
That take age gracefully.
Right. Other than that, I was like, he's spitting. It's right. But I was like, I don't know if we need to throw Dak in there. I put my bias aside, bro. Everything Cam said made total sense. Nobody is going out here to draft the next. There's no GM going to the head coach being like, bro, I'm looking for the next Tua. You not.
Nah.
You looking for the next Mahomes. You're looking for the next Josh Allen.
Burrow, yeah.
Bro, even a Jalen Hurts, you're looking for a guy who can be Lamar, somebody that can be dynamic. Because that takes you from being a great quarterback to like, superstar. Things don't got to go right for me. You give me the ball back down 4, we got to go to the length of the field. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to feel comfortable about that. I don't think they feel comfortable. Like, you don't feel comfortable with a game manager like that. And that's not just like, bro, a lot of the quarterbacks in the league are glorified game managers in that sense. It's hard to be somebody that can excel and make plays out of structure. Like, that's why it's such a rare talent to be able to find. So everybody that was on Cam's head after that, y'all got a lot of explaining to do, bro.
100%.
Especially if Brock Purdy get bounced.
Man, if Purdy played that, if Purdy get bounced, Cam is the GOAT because he would have called it. And like you said, it's the timing. The fact you say it when Dak is playing like an MVP, nah, just wait. It's gonna play out. I'm gonna be right in the end. It's gonna be a great take. But you need the game changers, bro. The game managers is like, and I think the problem is people think that when you say game managers, they think you mean like, all right, you can never win with this guy. He sucks, bro. Right. You can win with the Niners. Can win the Super Bowl.
Right.
I still think Brock
game manager quarterbacks have won multiple. Bro, we watched Nick Foles win a Super Bowl.
Facts.
Granted, he had the game of his life, but it's like things can happen with non-superstar quarterbacks. We watched Peyton Manning go to Denver. He can't throw the ball but 25 yards. Like,
won a Super Bowl, bro.
Won a Super Bowl.
Brady, before he was like really Brady, was a game manager, but they won games off just defense. Like low scoring games, barely was throwing any touchdowns, but he was managing the game. Obviously turned into Brady, but you can win with game managers. The problem is everything has to be so perfect. Like every other aspect of your team has to be like elite, and everything still has to go right. Like everything has to go perfect game script wise. Like maybe he makes a play here or there, but like you cannot rely on him to make a any play out of structure or any big time plays because he can't do that. He can't carry the team in moments where you need him to carry the team.
That's, I think, the biggest distinction. It's not to say that guys who get lumped into that tier, like Dak was great out of structure all regular season. That doesn't mean that he isn't, in some regards, kind of a glorified game manager because you can't deny the facts. If things haven't gone perfectly for him when he's needed to be the guy to step up, that kind of go missing, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough, but like that's a fair analysis of quarterbacks right now. But
and I will say too, another thing that is making it so difficult to determine who's a game manager and who's really like that is everybody from this Kyle Shanahan tree, because that offense makes game managers look elite to the point where like it's like confusing people. Like, is this guy really great? Jimmy G, he do be winning. He do be putting up some numbers. No, he goes to the Raiders and stinks.
Loses his job to a rookie
in
like 8 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Tua, he's putting up. He got Tyreek. He got Waddle. He got this system. He's going crazy. Is he the MVP? No, Rock Purdy. Looking great. Oh my God. CMC, little screen 80 yards. Is he the MVP? No, their game manager, this system just looks insane. And somebody, I forgot. I want to give this person credit. I just cannot remember who I heard this from. You know, the Texans OC was Slowick, Bobby Slowick.
Yeah.
He's from the Shanahan tree, right?
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. This is what, if you put because I think CJ Stroud is a legit good quarterback.
Right. Because you see the flashes of arm talent, you see the improvisation on top of what you need to succeed in that kind of offense. The mental wherewithal of like, bro, anticipation throws got to be there. Timing throws got to be there.
Exactly.
He has all of that plus those special traits you're looking for.
So, and now you're seeing like, oh my God, if you put a legit elite quarterback in like that type of system, the sky's the limit, bro. The sky's the absolute limit because they already make it easy for you. But if you're still like the guy that can, if stuff doesn't go great, you can create there, bro. You're great. You're all set, bro. That offense is bound to be elite. So I thought that was kind of interesting. That's kind of plays into like the Texans' success a little bit, but I don't know, man. Like the Shanahan tree is like blinding these people from viewing these quarterbacks in the right light.
That's a great take, bro. I didn't know that, but that makes a ton of sense when you put it that way. Because that offense is, you put the right pieces around it, bro. You can put a lot of quarterbacks back there, and you will win games and be successful if you have a talented roster.
And what is the hypothetical? Everyone always says like, "Damn, can you imagine?" I don't know, Burrow on the Niners. Can you imagine like an actual elite quarterback on the Niners? Right. Yeah, because it would be like unfair. Like it wouldn't even be close to who's the best team, bro. It's that system plus the talent, and you get an actual difference maker in there, quarterback, wouldn't even be fair.
Right. And again, this ain't to throw no shade at Brock or any of the other guys. Like these are still guys who are good to great quarterbacks in the league. You're not ever going to be in that top elite tier if you aren't able to have one of those elite traits. If you're not a dynamic runner, if you can't do the improv out of structure stuff, if you ain't no crazy gunslinger, like I don't think Matthew Stafford got any of those traits, but he fit into that tier just off of the way that he plays. Your mic is muted, but the way that he played.
Yeah, my bad. I was saying like you said Matthew Stafford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's different because his arm talent is insane. Matthew Stafford is one of the best arm talents in the league. Like, right. Hands down. It's not even close.
So it's not to say that we slight any of those other guys. It's just that's how the cookie crumbles, bro. If you don't have one of those traits at an elite level, it's going to be very hard for you to enter that kind of conversation, especially if you don't have the elite talent around you. And when you do, people are always going to question it, and rightfully so, which is what's happening right now in San Francisco and Miami right now as they're kind of looking back at how their season wrapped up. Bro, they were looking like early in the year Super Bowl favorites to come out of the AFC. There's a time where AFC was all muddy and you just have Miami at the top.
I think we asked that on this podcast. We was like, is Miami legit? I think
right.
We were like, hey, at this point, it might be.
But yeah, nothing offensive wise for them to get going in this game. So that's a tough way for them to bow out with how their season. It just was so promising the whole year. So for it to end like this, that's tough. And they only have so many seasons of Tyreek left. He said he wants to retire off of his contract. So I don't know. Mostert's going to get a year older. Obviously, he had the resurgent season this year, but you never know with running backs, bro.
Got paid Tua soon. He probably gonna want his extension because all them QBs get their extension a year early.
I've seen people call that you don't extend him.
I mean,
I don't think that's the right move because, again, even though he's not in that elite tier, it's not just like really plug and play. You can't really throw anybody back there because it's not like if you broke out the league is like there's 4, 5, 6 elite quarterbacks, right? To get to like 15, that's another 10 QBs that are like good to great. You're not throwing none of these bottom of the barrel QBs in any offense that they're going to produce, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you do kind of have to weigh like the risk reward versus saying like you keep what you know and just, again, hope that everything kind of falls into place and you can get that type of Cinderella run. Like you said, Jimmy G made the Super Bowl. He make maybe one more play in that game, the Niners might have a Super Bowl championship.
That's facts.
So it's like you got to maybe hope that that's how it's going to happen. And for what it's worth, I think from a talent standpoint, I think Tua is better than Jimmy G.
Yeah, definitely.
So
maybe you just don't pay him like best, like, because a lot of them guys reset the market. Maybe just don't try not to reset the market so you can still build, like, because if you pay him like what Herbert got and Burrow got and Hurts got, then it's like,
no way.
You're locked into him, and you can't even really build like a all-star type of team around him like the Niners or something. You give him like a good deal, but nothing crazy, and then hopefully you can build a good enough team around him.